Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Broadway World UK. My name is Tom Hayden Millward, and my guests today are the Artistic Director and Company Director of Mischief Theatre, Henry Lewis and Jonathan Say. Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Hello. How are you doing?
What a roller coaster couple of weeks you guys have been through. 9th of December, not so long ago, Mischief Theatre was back with a vengeance, with not one but two theatrical productions. Of course, The Play That Goes Wrong at the Duchess Theatre and Mischief Movie Night at Vaudeville Theatre. And then a week later, we're forced to close everything thanks to the new restrictions. The show must go on. And in this case, the show must go online. So can you tell us what the next steps are for Mischief Movie Night?
Certainly can. So Mischief Movie Night is, as you say, going online. It has become Mischief Movie Night In, and it's streaming live from London around the world, which is very exciting, on the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th and 31st of December. Every show is at 8 o'clock. We have also a matinee at 4 on the 29th. And every show, it'll be the same format, so a completely improvised movie based on audience suggestions, and we're going to be getting suggestions via social media, but also via our live participation audience, which is a small group of tickets, and those people, we're going to see those people, hear those people live in our studio. And John will be talking to them, getting their ideas, getting them to vote on genre, location and title of the movie. And then as we do in the live stage show, we will improvise a brand new movie every night. So all 6 of the shows will be completely different genre each time. And it's going to be great fun. So it's all the fun of the stage show from the comfort of your living room for just £10 a ticket.
And Jonathan, tell us a little bit about Mischief Movie Night as well. You play Oscar, is that correct? And you kind of steer the ship, as it were, and react to the improvised scenes that's going on. It's a bit like Whose Line Is It Anyway on steroids? Is that a fair description?
Yeah, it's certainly. Yeah, it's a description. Yeah, and it's I play Oscar, and Oscar is a movie fanatic. So I have every single film that's ever been made, every film the audience could imagine, and then we get a genre film from for the audience, a location, a title, and the whole thing is improvised. But yeah, like you say, I'm kind of on the side, and I have a remote control, and I'm kind of commenting on it as if it's an existing movie. So I can fast forward through bits, I can rewind bits if they're particularly amusing or painful. We can see actors' other work in other different movies and all that kind of stuff. So we can really jump around. But I think the difference between this show and Whose Line is that we're trying to tell one narrative for the whole hour. So we're really trying to put in a beginning, a middle, and end with characters that you care about, that all have subplots and backstory and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, with a huge amount of laughs, just the same as in our scripted work. You know, we really want to have more than a laugh a minute, for sure.
I was fortunate enough to catch one of the performances at the Vaudeville Theatre.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
Yeah. No, I saw it was a Wild Wild Western themed murder mystery set in an Amish community.
Amishgeddon.
Amishgeddon, yeah. What? Which I never thought I'd end up seeing a show called Amishgeddon in the West End, you know.
No.
It was an event. Henry, what are some of the most ridiculous suggestions you've had from audiences?
I mean, we've had so many over the years. I mean, we've had absolutely crazy ones. Some of my favourite, one of my favourite titles we ever had was a show, I believe a thriller called Hop Steamy Cardinals. That was quite fun. And then we also did a gangster movie called My Neighbour Alistair, which was just about a guy in the audience had a neighbour called Alistair, and the show ended up being all about that. That was quite fun. But we've had all sorts of different ones. We've had, you know, every genre you could imagine. We, for the first time, recently did a documentary film, all sorts of different stuff. So, I mean, it really is the sort of, you know, the sky is the limit. It can really be anything. And it's always really special and really fun for that audience. And yeah, I mean, the Amish murder mystery in the Wild West was really fun, and
I enjoyed that a lot.
I enjoyed that one. I thought an Amish community was quite a good setting for a murder mystery. sort of slightly remote and kind of there's no technology, and I thought that was quite good, yeah.
And even sort of live improvised musical numbers as well. I mean, it was mind-blowing.
We try and just kind of, I think on that night, the audience particularly asked for a musical number. So, you know, if the audience suggests it, we'll do our very best to do it, no matter how in tune or out of tune it may be.
And of course, you guys are two of the Olivier Award-winning writers and original stars of The Play That Goes Wrong. Again, I was fortunate enough to be back in the Duchess and seeing that show. I was just wondering, in terms of The Play That Goes Wrong, you know, it's arguably the greatest success Mystery Theatre has had, certainly the greatest longevity it's had, from, you know, the Fringe in 2012 to the West End in 2014, winning the Olivier Award in 2015, you know, even being staged on Broadway in 2017. Why do you think that show in particular, out of all your productions, has enjoyed all this great success and longevity?
I think it's very pure-hearted. I think it's, you know, without cynicism, and it really is just how many jokes can you fit into a minute. And I think as well, I think the fun of it is it creates an environment where you can laugh at people. You know, when we're performing that show, we're not being kind of witty, clever people saying amusing things. We're just being laughed at. And I think everyone can empathise with those characters a great deal. Everyone, you know, all around the world has been in a place where they've had to make some kind of presentation or speak publicly, and something's gone slightly awry and they wanted the ground to open up and swallow them whole. So I think it just kind of, it's just funny and it's for everyone. And I think there's a lot that people can relate to.
And Henry, are there any tentative plans to bring it back next year?
Well, you know, we'll be back as soon as, you know, we're able to be back. You know, it was really, really sad to open it and close it down so immediately. You know, that was very, very disappointing, and obviously, you know, really tough on everybody who's worked so hard to get it open. And you know, it was rough. But you know, this is a period of time we're going to get through. You know, we've got all these sort of lights at the end of the tunnel now with the vaccine and all this stuff. You know, so there's lots of cause for hope, I think, and you know, we'll be back.
And congratulations to both of you for returning to the BBC with The Goes Wrong show, The Nativity. It must be so much fun, you know, doing these television productions. I was just wondering, as actors, and perhaps you could answer this, Henry, what do you relish more, like acting for the BBC cameras or acting for a live theatre audience?
Lots of people ask us this. I think it's so hard to say. I think they're really, really different, and I really love both, but for different reasons. I think, you know, with TV, it's really, really exciting. You know, there's new material all the time, which sort of keeps the whole thing fresh, and that's really fun. It's really exciting to be able to reach such a big audience. That's really cool. It's really fun to sort of be able to make a definitive version of something and say, well, look, this is, you know, getting it absolutely right and getting the camera in exactly the right place to see the Joker in the right angle and really perfecting it and honing the timing through the edit and all that stuff is really cool. But then at the same time, you know, the atmosphere in the theatre is just amazing and really fun to have, you know, have a genuine shared experience with all those people and have people come and laugh and spend time with their friends and have a night out. That's really cool and really special too. So I think really, I honestly can't pick between the two.
And Jonathan, would there ever be any chance of seeing the Nativity, you know, make its way to the stage at some point, you know, maybe for a festive run, or even 2017's Christmas Carol Goes Wrong that was on the BBC? Could you imagine any of those shows having a festive run in the West End at some point?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think Christmas Carol was kind of really made for TV, so it would need a big old kind of rethink and a rewrite, but it's not impossible. And Nativity Goes Wrong actually began on stage a long time ago. It had a brief run with the Reading Rep Theatre Company. So that could well go on stage. I think at the moment we're kind of focused on making more Goes Wrong for TV at the moment, and obviously getting Play That Goes Wrong back up and running at the Duchess when we're allowed.
So let's look to the future, 2021. I see there's already plans to bring Magic Goes Wrong back. Is that correct, Jonathan?
Yeah, hopefully that'll be coming. Well, that will be coming back in October 2021.
Fantastic.
At the Vaudeville Theatre.
Tickets are on sale right now, so you can.
Yeah.
And will you guys be returning to the stage there, or will it be another cast?
It's a little too soon to know for sure, but I think a lot of us would really like to kind of finish that run, just because of the terms in which it stopped. I think it would, I think a lot of people would really like to finish off what they started, but we'll see.
And then finally, are there any other future plans, future optimistic, positive plans that you'd like to share with the Mischief fans for 2021 and beyond?
Well, we can't go into details on stuff really, but we are always working on new bits and pieces and new stuff. And there's lots of ideas in the pipeline. Obviously, with COVID and stuff, there's a lot of uncertainty also. But no, I mean, there's lots of there's lots of ideas and lots of projects that we're developing. So I'm sure there'll be some new stuff soon.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you to both of you for talking to me today. I wish you all the very best with the online run of Mischief Movie Night. And I think I speak on behalf of all of your fans when I say we can't wait to see you back on the stage again as soon as possible. Thank you both for speaking to me. And yeah, enjoy the rest of 2020 if you can. And all the best for 2021.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Happy Christmas. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Bye now.
See ya.
I mean, I bet through this pandemic, you guys have got so much material together for like Zoom Goes Wrong, or
Absolutely. Yeah.
Are you holding your thing, Jonathan? I noticed it's just shaking around quite a bit.
My laptop is packed in because I've just been using it so much, obviously, in the last 6 months.
Well, I think it's...
Sorry, I'm talking over. We've got our team of improvised musicians.
I was just wondering if you would like place it down somewhere.
If you don't mind a continuity issue, I could try and...
Yeah,
hang on, I can try and balance it on a Coke can.
A little scene change.
My hand's hurting anyway from kind of holding the phone like I was. Edit that bit out.
I was just wondering, as actors, and perhaps you could...
Hang on, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Hang on.
Well done, John. That lasted almost for the length of the question.
This is ample fodder for the outtakes. Just pausing 1 second. There's a Hoover outside in the corridor. Let me just shut the door.
Let's just stop for 2 minutes and let me work out a way to effectively balance this. You had a little tour of the house then.
Fantastic.
Right. So, just so you know, my phone is now in my shoe.
Now we're portrait, aren't we? Whereas we were landscape before.
Oh, this is a pest. I'll tilt the shoe, and then I'll put a book under the shoe. Right.
I'd quite like a copy of this.
That's not great.
Brilliant.
This is embarrassing. Hang on. I know. Allowed. Can I just add as well? I think you should include the bit with me trying to make my phone fit in my shoe. Just because otherwise, I've just realised I'm sat in the most unnatural, kind of strange way. And there's my doorbell as well that I've got to get. Bear with me. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
It's all going on. Shall I crack on with the last couple of questions?
Yes, I'm so sorry. I have to apologise again. This is definitely, in the 12 years I've done this, the worst, most unprofessional interview from myself. Not from you, you've been great, but obviously I've had a shocker.
Oh dear. We've all muddled through one way or another, and I mean, it's a bit like the pandemic, isn't it? That's all we can do is just muddle through. Okay, should we start again? Well, not again, but start that question again, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not all the way to the top,
No. We'll lose the will to live by the end of this, won't we?